Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football pregame show. The game is underway, and it's scoreless in the first quarter with 6:34 to go. The Dolphins and Texans, they are scoreless. We'll talk tonight's game and go over strategy and all and do a prediction. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football trivia question. What Dolphin season was the NFL's third perfect season? I will have the answer later on the broadcast. It's Thursday Night Football to kick off Week 8 of the NFL regular season. The Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans are squaring off at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. And as I've said, the Dolphins and Texans are scoreless in the first quarters with 6:34 to go. The Dolphins are coming off an 11-point loss to the Detroit Lions. Last week in Week 7, and the Dolphins are looking to bounce back this week. Now, the Dolphins have a really strong, hard defense. Now, the big question is, can the Houston Texans outrun the Dolphins' run defense? We'll find that out tonight. But just how intensely to panic about a Dolphins' run defense that ranks 29th in the league, thanks largely to an inconsistent linebacking last week. They allowed a staggering 248 yards rushing to Detroit until a recent 100-yard rushing game came from the Lions was rarer than a solo eclipse. But with improvements to the offensive line, and the arrival of rookie Kerryon Johnson, the Dolphins can at least say they were gashed by a quality rushing attack. They wouldn't be able to say that this week, and they won't be probably, though Houston's ground game is as average as a network TV drama. But sources credit over the years, it's been a schematically diverse and regularly utilized ground game. And a source prefers zone runs, but Detroit gashed Miami with a man-to-man blocking designs. Expect to see some of those tonight. And I feel Houston has the edge in this game and can outrun Miami's run defense. The Dolphins are going to have to outwin are going to be out to win this game tonight, But I feel that the Houston Texans are going to beat the Miami Dolphins. This is my prediction, 24-13. The Dolphins have to put the pressure on Texans QB Deshaun Watson and offense and defense tonight, but I feel the Texans have the edge in this game tonight, as I've said. Meanwhile, the Houston Texans are coming off a 20-7 win over the Texans in Week 7 last week. The Texans have a strong passing defense, and the Dolphins really have to try to stop the Texans' strong passing defense. And they have to put the pressure on Miami's quarterback as well. And Houston just whooped the Jaguars last week, and they are looking to get their third win in a row tonight. And I feel the Texans are going to win this game tonight. Now, you got to know the Texans' passing game is really up there, and I feel that the Dolphins need to really, if they want to beat Houston, they've got to dominate early, score first, and they've got to keep the pressure on Deshaun Watson. They've got to keep the defense and offense from getting in the end zone and scoring. And they've got to they've got to sack the quarterback, and they've got to keep the quarterback on the ground, and they've got to keep that quarterback from running through the pocket. So that's what they need. So that's why I feel Miami does have a chance, but I don't think they're going to win, and I feel that's why Houston is going to win, and I have picked Houston to beat the Miami Dolphins in my picks of the week for my Thursday night pick. Now, I know that you feel that, I know some of you feel that Miami can outrun Houston, but I don't think that's possible. I think they got a chance if they want to win, but I just feel that Miami really needs to come out and dominate early, because Houston is going to be all over Miami tonight, I feel, because they're on their home turf at NRG Stadium in Houston, and I feel that they're going to be they're going to be all over the Miami Dolphins tonight. And I do feel that and Miami's got to really jump on Houston early, and because if they don't, it's going to be a long night for the Miami Dolphins. But we're going to see what happens with this game tonight, and it's in the first quarter right now with 6:34 to go. Now, I got to tell you that it's really gonna. I think it's gonna be a really good game though between the Dolphins and Texans tonight. And this kicks off this game. This is really actually we are now entering the halfway point of the season, week number 8. As I failed to mention at the top of the broadcast, that week 8 we are entering the halfway stretch of the NFL season, and this is it's going to be, I think, an interesting week of football, and we're going to have some great matchups, and a lot of them are going to go later. But I'm going to tell you, because you already know Miami and Houston for tonight, but the Minnesota Vikings will take on the New Orleans Saints on Sunday Night Football. Now I feel Minnesota's going to win that one, and on Monday Night Football next week, this next week. The New England Patriots are in Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills. Now, although I know I usually go with the home team, but I cannot go against the New England Patriots on Monday night. I got to go with New England by far because they are 10-point favorites. So I got to go with New England. And the Browns will take on the Steelers for the second and final time this season. And it's going to be an entirely different game than week 1 when the Browns took on the Steelers then. And sources, and I feel the Browns are going to beat the Steelers, and a lot of people feel that they are too. So we'll see what happens with the Browns and Steelers this week. We'll get back to talking about tonight's game in just a sec. But it is now time for the answer to tonight's Scott Sports 101 trivia Thursday Night Football trivia question. What Dolphin season was the NFL's third perfect season? And if you said 1972, you are correct. The Dolphins won all 14 regular season games, then went on to win the divisional playoffs, AFC Championship, and Super Bowl VII. The 1934 Chicago Bears went 13-0. And the 1942 Chicago Bears went 11-0. And I will have another trivia question on my next broadcast. Hopefully maybe tomorrow or on Saturday. If not, I will have another NFL trivia question on Scott Sports 101 Trivia Sunday. So stay tuned for that. And I want to point out that 1972, when the Dolphins had that season, is the year before I was born on Christmas Day, 1973. Just thought you'd like to know that. Now, getting back to tonight's game between the Texans and the Dolphins, I've said before that I feel that the Dolphins have the edge. I feel that the Texans have the edge in this game, and Miami's going to have their work cut out, I feel, and we're going to have to really see what's going to happen between these two teams tonight. Because Miami wants to bounce back from their loss last week, and Houston wants to go for their third win in a row. They're going to be out to do that tonight, and I do feel that the Texans are really going to win this ball game tonight. But if Miami can really come alive, make the plays they need to, I feel they got a fighting chance. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens tonight. And I will have a post-game show after Thursday, the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football post-game show after the Texans-Dolphins game has concluded. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football pregame show. And I'll be back with the postgame show after the Texans-Dolphins game has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.